Oh, great to see you again, Rex. Are you happy to see us? Yes. I think that was yes. Wow, look at the sky. Oh, it's windy. How am I going to hide from the wind? Beautiful sunrise here, just about 7 a.m. We are back from Florida. When we left, there were more boats than this in the water, and it was a lot warmer than this. Can I hide from the wind? The flagpole looks like it's leaning a little. Light's still on. What's going on, Rex, down there? Let's go check it out. We've got some debris. We've got debris in the yard. All right, this furniture has to come in now. The grass is green. Oh, look at this. It's freezing outside, but we've got some tomatoes to harvest. Kind of interesting in the rainfall over while we... Oh, look, the Montauk daisies are coming out. Right on cue. It's October. And let's check the thermometer. It says 52 degrees. That's colder than the water. It's not cold because the wind is coming in off the water. It's cold because it's cold. It's not frigid. It's not the coldest air of the season, but top of Mount Washington's in the mid-30s, and there's a hard freeze happening. Look at the peppers. They look so happy. Anyone need any peppers? And the rain gauge. Let's see. I was watching the forecast for Saturday back on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The NAM said we would get inches and inches. Looks like we ended up with 0.03. Yeah. Glad it's not winter. I guess I can hide from the wind right here and talk about what's going on. It's what I call high barometer nor'easter. It's still energy from Ian off to the south and energy from Canada coming in from the north. We are in the battle zone. Day, 3 or 4. Fun watching the buildings in Boston reflect the sunrise. The same thing in Quincy. So there is some sunshine today. And the wind has let up, boy. Yesterday, those wind gusts in excess of 50 miles an hour widespread from Cape Ann to Cape Cod. Didn't see too many damage reports, but the beaches are taking a beating. Go to the web cameras, and they're all salted up. The Beachcomber, Northeast Surf Shop in Hull, you can't even see the water, but it's all white. Seas have built to 10 feet at the Boston buoy. They'll probably subside a little bit today. If you live inland where it's calm this morning, you're saying, what storm? But if you go south, especially from Nantucket to New Jersey, it's a day 4 of about a 7-day nor'easter. These are our worst kinds of storms because you have so many tide cycles in a row battering the beaches, getting off pretty easy here in New England compared to what's happening New Jersey, south to Virginia, where there's storm warnings, wind warnings. It's been raining. From Philadelphia to Atlantic City, there have been about 4 inches of rain in the last few days. So the guidance wasn't out of its mind saying there was going to be a bunch of rain. It just kind of missed. It's an included low-pressure system. It is not really post-tropical storm Ian. That kind of dissipated in Pennsylvania, but it's a new low that formed on a front that picked up Ian off to the south of New England. And it's just stationary. There's nothing changing here. So as a matter of fact, the Euro wants to wobble in some more rain. So here's the Euro looking at 1.4 inches of rain, or 1.3 in southeastern Massachusetts Tuesday into Wednesday, with the wind picking back up. And then if we go to the GFS, which was bullish on snow for this weekend, GFS says we stay mostly dry this week. And I've been kind of relying more on the GFS for the rainfall and snowfall forecasts. Because the Euro was teasing us with all that rain earlier in the year. Now the Euro might be teasing us with rain, I think, here for the middle of the week. I think we're going to stay mostly dry. The dew point on Mount Washington is 9 below. So it's pretty dry air, but it is coming in off the ocean. So it's got sort of like a bowling ball in a bag wobbling. If you throw it up in the air, you're not sure how it's going to land, but that's what this low-pressure system is like. And the weekend forecast, the GFS took a low that yesterday had snow. The low that was supposed to go right across New England's now forecast to go way to the north of New England. So GFS says maybe just some flurries, nothing like what we saw yesterday, which is good. We don't want October snow because it's not usually good for the long range. Euro is pretty much snow-free here in the Northeast. We'll go with that. So we're back in New England. The heat came on yesterday, kind of early this year, yeah, but it was only in the low 60s in the house, even 50s in part of the house. So the heat is on for the foreseeable future. It looks like Friday we may get back above 70 degrees. And in Florida, kind of disappointed with the weather on Saturday and Sunday, but made a lot of friends. It was so fun. Thank you for hosting us, Gina and Taylor and the families. And met yesterday, hanging out with Paulino again. Then I met Victor. He showed me how to catch a fish. And Christopher, great host. Thanks. Okay, missing Florida, but here are the last of the highlights from Florida. Back in New England, surf ski weather, foreseeable future. Once again, wind from the north, a couple of raindrops. The nicest day was the day of the wedding. You can see that it's raining out there. I didn't see one person who went the wave runner yesterday or paddleboard, but maybe today the sun will come out. I wish I saw him launch it. He just backed the trailer in and slammed on the brakes and the thing slid off into the ocean. Paulino got in there and he's mooring it. It looks fun. Paulino said I could get a job down here if I wanted. Tell you what, not too easy to forecast the weather, that's for sure. Look at that rain offshore. Mezzo low east of Miami this morning. That's where I went swimming with the fish yesterday. See if you can catch one today. Yeah, we got one. What kind of fish is that? Yes! What kind of fish?
A ladyfish.
He's got blood all over him.
Yeah.
What is it called?
A ladyfish.
Ladyfish?
Yes.
Are these the ones that were jumping all around yesterday?
Yeah. Let me wash them up for you.
Yeah, I tried to chase them when I went swimming.
Yeah.
They looked...
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
So, can you eat this? It's a
Yeah.
beautiful fish.
Yeah.
Can you eat this fish?
Yeah.
Yeah. May I ask your name? I'm Tim Kelly from Boston.
I'm Victor Brown
Victor.
from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, born and raised.
And how did you catch this? What was this? This thing?
So this is a bucktail jig. Crank the jig along the shoreline. And as I reeled in, I kind of twitched it up, pop, and there's a reaction strike. So they strike the bait, and they love to chase the bait. So it was a kind of reaction strike.
So what is the other fish that makes them all jump out of the water at the same time?
So there are tarpon out here, tarpon and snook. Sometimes there's sharks out. We get a lot of Atlantic sharp-nosed sharks that come out during this time of the year. But so far, nothing too big, nothing too major. You know, small little reef sharks along the
Right.
along the.
So it's safe to go swimming around the ladyfish?
Yeah, it's safe.
Well, that's good. Thank you, Victor.
Okay, you're welcome.
I'm going to post this on YouTube tomorrow.
Okay.
Tim Kelly Weather.
Tim Kelly Weather. Okay.
Yeah. You'll see it on YouTube. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. You too as well.
And what's your handle?
My handle is Salty Dread at Salty Dread on Instagram, and I'm local fisherman down
Okay, well, I'll tell all my friends to come to South Florida. I saw it with my own eyes. You know what you're doing.
Yes,
Salty
sir.
Dread, nice to meet you.
Nice to
Victor
meet you.
Brown. Okay, see ya. Paulino meets Janet, and we're just checking out. And Chris, the nicest bartender, man.
Timmy, I love you, Tim.
Oh, it's so great to meet you.
It's definitely great to meet you.
And you just said that you went swimming on Friday in those
yeah.
big waves?
I was out there, man. It was gnarly. It was gnarly, dude. It was gnarly. A lot of jellyfish, though, I'll tell you that.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
But did you get sucked out or sucked over?
It was a little rough. I had to get out of there, you know.
And did you grow up around here? Have you ever seen waves that big around here?
Never, man. Never
Really?
in my life, yeah, never in my life.
Wow.
That's why I had to go in there. I had to get a taste of those bad boys.
And that's funny. So that was the day before, and then yesterday you found out I was a weatherman from New England.
Yeah.
But you said you liked me before I was even a weatherman.
Oh, yeah. I knew you were a great guy before the weatherman status came out.
All right,
Yeah.
Christopher. How do you go? Chris? You got a
Chris-
nickname?
Christopher, if you're mad at me. Chris is fine.
Okay. So just look this up on Tim Kelly Weatherman on YouTube.
Got it.
You're right there, looking at yourself.
Sounds good.
Great to meet you, Chris.
Great to meet you, Tim. Here we go. That's awesome.
And where are we now? Are we in Weymouth? What's the name of this place? Kelly's Landing, New England seafood, because we miss it so much.
You look very dapper.
Oh, thank you. This is hilarious. that we're at Kelly's Landing, even though it's not spelled right. I don't think this is really. Oh, Patriots Packers 425. We're gonna have to stay. Who's that little guy with the high pressure system coming into New England and all this rain and snow in the south with that snowflakes down into Texas and Louisiana? I want to see that storm. Oh, this is just too funny. Yeah, we're in Fort Myers, Florida, by the way. What's your name? Where are you from?
Boston, Bob, and that's a picture of the original Kelly Seafood Landing.
The original Kelly's Landing was in Castle Island?
Castle Island, South Boston.
Wow, what year does that say on it? Circa 20s, 1920s.
That's the original one. And it was there back in the 1960s.
Looks like maybe it was vulnerable to a hurricane or something.
It burned down.
Oh, it burnt down. So then they rebuilt in Weymouth?
That much I don't know, but I know they went from there to Weymouth, and from Weymouth they went here.
Oh, wow. Nice to meet you, Bob.
Same here, sir.